my first aggressiveness went against philosophers who started talking about the sciences without really knowing very much about them, as at that time many philosophers didn't. I mean, they just said we have to reconstruct what the scientists say and so on, but they didn't do it very well. So actually, if you read it, you know, against method is mostly against philosophy of science as a way of making meaningful the complicated things which scientists say. And what I say there, and also of revealing the method underlying the sciences. And what I say there is no such method actually. And that is also nothing new because, I mean, many scientists said that. I mean, Einstein very often, he said that, well, compare a scientist with an epistemologist. A scientist faces a complicated situation. So in order to get somewhere in this situation, he cannot use a simple rule. He has to be an opportunist. That is the word that Einstein uses. So, I mean, actually, so when I say against method, there is no method, this is something which many scientists had already said before. It was nothing new, although it was something new, apparently, to the philosophical community. And now, most historians of science nowadays, I mean, take it for granted that you can't simply set up a rule and then say that this is what science follows. Besides, by now people have discovered that the word science covers many things. Look, there is macroeconomics, there is Konrad Lorenz with his geese, there is physics, topology, which is also a science, there is theology. Theology was one of the early sciences, you know. Are they all the same thing? Far from it. So all this taken together made me first doubtful of philosophy. And secondly, you know, the idea that you find a concentration of truth in science is an idea of philosophers. It is the idea already of Immanuel Kant and philosophers who follow him. And then it got hold of some scientists, not of all of them, but of some of them who took over this dogmatism from the philosophers. Otherwise, you see many scientists say we don't know what we are about, we don't understand the matter. When the quantum theory came out for the first time, people said, well, we know how to work with it.